they go out. And it's a good start by Tim Probert from the second row of the grid. The race rusty Martin Farmer, though, is going to hold the lead into the first corner. The drive from Sutton Coldfield, Tim Probert up to second. Craig Bell in the GAC drops down to third position. I think it's Elliot Mason, possibly, that's up into fourth position ahead of Peter Belzy.
Yeah, that's right. Belzy in that bright green one is out wide at the hairpin, but coming down into Graham Hill Bend, and it is Martin Farmer, multiple champion, won it back in initially, I think, in 2007, which was the 40th anniversary of Formula V. And they're going to be three wide down the back straight here into Surtees. A good change of position they're going in. You see the whole field charging through these flat floor VW engined cars, but it is Martin Farmer who is stretching away in the GAC up front.
Yeah, first race in Formula V for a few seasons, three-time champion, of course, but he's showing that you don't really lose it. And he is clear of Tim Probert in second. Peter Belzy is the driver on a move, though. He's up to fourth place now. Look at him locking up there into Druids in the number 51. Spider, that's the former championship-winning car. Jez Clark took that to the title 2 decades or so ago now. But it nevertheless has that championship credential. And there you can see Probert and Elliot Mason. Mason, in the first of the Class B cars that went to a slightly different specification, had an overall win at Donington Park last time out. So too did Craig Bell, but two consistent finishes for Vaughan Jones put him into the championship lead. But at the moment, he's only 9th in this race.
Yeah, look at Elliot Mason go in that Shane there, number 18. He's in third place, the black and orange car, challenging Tim Probert. But out front and stretching away is Martin Farmer.
So Martin Farmer it is that's leading at the end of the second lap by 1.2 seconds effectively over Tim Probert in second place, but Peter Belzy very much one to watch.
And that's Francis Twyman, isn't it, diving inside 33, which is Matt Harbert in the black and green car. Twyman goes the other side, but door is slammed in his face.
Absolutely, there's Andrew Cooper, you can just see going through the trees as well. No, actually it wasn't Andrew Cooper because he's not there in the field, is he? So he was obviously a non-starter by the looks of things. Yeah, it was Matthew Hyde, wasn't it? I think, who is in that same kind of car this season. A bit surprised to see him as far back down the order as we did. There's Craig Bell then in fourth position at the moment, just behind Probert and Mason, and ahead of Peter Belzy. But Martin Farmer's lead now after 3 laps is extended to 1.3 seconds.
Yeah, he looks comfortable, doesn't he? It's like he's never been away. And there is 61, which is Belzy, under attack from Harbert. The Belzy car, the Spider, based on the American Citation design, as I recall. There's Probert in his Storm, number 4. Under pressure from Mason, and Craig Bell moving in with that car with a distinctive kind of dorsal fin down the tail. A bit like the Fairthorpe Formula Junior, of which just one was made.
Certainly very distinctive. It's an AHS Dominator chassis. He's lost some time there.
Got a bit sideways over the curve, didn't he? Did Craig Bell.
And that's going to bring Peter Belzy some more encouragement as well, because Belzy trying to chase down the AHS Dominator. So he's a little bit closer than he otherwise would have been, and Matt Harbert with him there as well in 6th position, the driver from Martford, who's been on the podium here at Brands Hatch in the past as well. So we're working lap 5 of this race. Martin Farmer now 1.5 seconds for the good, and he's got the best lap of not actually. Best lap has gone to Craig Bell of 54.36 at the moment, well outside Farmer's 2013 lap record of 51.98, but they have changed tyres since then.
Probert and Mason in very different looking cars. The Shane, they're made by the Shane family in the Wicklow Mountains in Ireland. But out front it's the GAC of Martin Farmer from Storm. That's an AHS Dominator going at the inside of Craig Bell. So 4 different marks of car in the first 4 places. Followed by a Spider. So 5 from 5.
Down to Graham Hill Bend they go. Craig Bell attacking Elliot Mason this time. Didn't really
Wasn't quite enough commitment, but he knew if he committed and got it wrong, both of them would be off.
Well, that's right. And again, that seems to have brought Peter Belzy a little bit close to both of them again. Belzy in 5th place at the moment in the Spider. Then you've got Harbert in the AHS Dominator, one of Alan Harding's cars. And over the line, the leaders go again. Well, the leader, Martin Farmer, has gone 1.4 seconds. Probert did an identical lap time to him that time, both of them 54.55. And for Martin Farmer's decent lead, he's not actually even the...
broken suspension.
Oh, and that's Belzy.
Belzy. That's a steering arm's broken.
Yeah, so he's having to pull off at Druids. And I wonder what caused that. I didn't see that happen. Was that maybe he's clonked a curb too hard, or it's just a component failure? Either way, Peter Belzy out of the race, and he's parked on the runoff area on the exit of Druids. So the marshals will try and clear that car as best they can under yellow flags. So the leaders are going to come through again to complete lap number 7 of the race. 6.5 minutes have gone. Martin Farmer leading the way by 1.5 seconds from Tim Probert, number 4. And then do we get a challenge here? That's Mason under pressure, and he's lost the place to Matt Harbert there. He'd already lost out to Craig Bell, and briefly Mason's fallen behind Harbert, but got back ahead by the time they've arrived at Druids, where there will be yellow flags. Yes. Because of Peter Belzy's car on the side of the road. So we'll see how that all shakes out. Ben Cressy now up into the top 6 in the number 11 Storm, the ex-Ben Maludi championship winning car from about 6 seasons ago now, that would have been.
It's amazing how these seasons rattle by, isn't it?
It really is. It really is. And
22, John Cressy, well out of the way there as the quicker cars came through.
yeah, father of Ben Cressy. I think only in his about 2nd or 3rd season of racing. And safety car boards are now out as well, you can see there. While Peter Belzy's car is recovered, so the safety car will have been, or will be released from the back entrance to the paddock onto the back straight, and all being well, we'll pick up Martin Farmer, who is turning through Graham Hill Bend now. There is the safety car. So there's one car which we waved through, which is that of Martin Snary, number 31, and then they've got Martin Farmer behind. So they've done that pretty well.
And the lead that Martin Farmer enjoyed has been expunged.
It has, and there's 7 minutes of the race to go. Obviously, it's Peter Belzy's car that needs to be cleared, which will take a few minutes. But I would think we'll get 2 or 3 more racing laps before the end. But for the moment, we do go behind the safety car. A bit surprised by Vaughan Jones this weekend, down in 9th place. Because he was 3rd in the championship last year, leading the championship coming into this weekend. 45-year-old from Abergavenny, the quality and technical manager by occupation. Started racing in 2017, was 3rd in the championship last year, and runner-up in Class B in 2019. He's in an ex-Stephen Glaswell car that's run by Vaughan himself with his wife Caroline. The engine prepared by Bears Motorsport. But Vaughan Jones only 9th at the moment. You can see him going through shot now.
He may be able to reset now, though, Ian, with this hiatus in the race, and get back on terms.
Yeah, possibly so.
He was 3/4 second behind Twyman before.
Yeah, mentioned Twyman there. He's 42 years old, from London, a software architect and a company director. And he started racing in 2015. Just raced in Formula V, not had any other experience. He's racing at his favourite circuit, Brands Hatch, today. He loves the Indy circuit. Says it's a technical circuit, but has a good mix of speed, slow and fast corners, and great for spectators as well, as they can see almost all of it from the paddock viewing area. Very true. One of the best circuits for spectators in the country. And his car, built by Stephen Glaswell and Fergus Dalton. Stephen used the car himself until he sold it to Matt Tiffin, who raced for V for a little while. Then he sold it to To Francis, that's the yellow car you can just see going through shot there in 8th position.
Yep, Stephen Glasswell from Suffolk, another of the Suffolk-based drivers. There are quite a lot of Suffolk racers in the club.
There's one from Essex as well, in the shape of Matthew Hyde, the 17-year-old from Sybil Hedingham, who's a sixth form student in his second season racing in Formula V. He's switched the AHS Dominator Mark II for this season, built by Alan Harding. Matthew, who had 5th in the championship last year, was also the top rookie, and returning to the fold for this season, looking to build on that result from last year. And he has to overcome his type 1 diabetes, but nevertheless he's working with overcoming that condition and being able to race successfully in Formula V over the last couple of seasons, having previously raced in karts, as so many young drivers have. And then ahead of him on the road is number 11, which is Ben Cressy, the 36-year-old from Ashbourne in Derbyshire, in, as we say, the 2017 championship winning Ben Meludi car, the Storm, now black with fluorescent yellow, self-prepared and run by Ben, and it's his 4th season in Formula V. It's a little bit about a few of the drivers. I think we've got 17 of them circulating at the moment.
I saw the Peter Belsey car was on the flatbed, so it won't be very long before that has vacated the scene.
Yeah, it's just driving away now, isn't it? So, and that will go into the back entrance to the paddock, I would think. So, probably going to be one more lap, I would think, behind the safety car. So we might get another couple of laps in before the end of the race. We're up to the 12-minute mark now. I imagine once the safety car knows that the circuit is clear, it will do a slightly quicker lap next time around. And there'll be 2 laps or so for Martin Farmer to try to hold on for a comeback victory. As I say, 3-time champion.
Steve Jones suggested that he hadn't raced for 2.5 years, something like that.
I think that's probably correct. But not raced regularly for a number of seasons. He last won the championship in 2014. Also won it in 2011. In 2010, actually, was the first year he won the championship. Martin Galpin it was that won it in 2007. And but yes, Martin Farmer, 3-time champion. Couldn't quite much Paul Smith, who in a similar era has won it on 4 occasions. Now see him racing in the Sports 1000 Championship in the Mittel, of course. So safety car, I think, is probably going to pull off this time. Yes, it's getting a bit of a shuffle on. So we're going to have less than 2 minutes, so it'll be only 2 laps of racing once we get back underway. The timer screen is telling us, Hawkins, I think, it's now put John Cressy up into 6th place in the settings on our timing screen, but I think he's a lap down.
There we go, he's now gone a lap down.
Yeah, okay, right, safety car is in. Green flags are about to wave and the racing gets back underway. Craig Bell trying to strike early by going around the outside of Tim Probert at Paddock Hill Bend, and he's done it. He's gone through into 2nd place and Probert loses and spins. He's off onto the grass on the exit of Paddock Hill Bend. That's cold tyres, you should think, not helping there. And he, from 2nd place, is going to be right at the back of the field pretty much by the time he rejoins. So it's Martin Farmer leading, Craig Bell in 2nd, Elliot Mason 3rd, Matt Harbert 4th, Ben Cressy in 5th, but he is off the circuit as well now on the exit of Graham Hill Bend. Just misses Francis Twyman as he rejoins. And that's going to be Matthew Hyde, I think, therefore, up to 6th place as the cars make their way towards the end of the penultimate lap.
Yeah, it's classic tyres having lost their temperature over a 3-lap yellow. And we go on to the last lap, and Bell looked really good here up into paddock last time round, and he's... Martin Farmer's put his car bang central in the circuit, saying you've got to go through that tight gap if you're going to make it happen at all. And Bell looks the other side, up towards the hairpin he comes. The door is closed, firmly but fairly.
Yeah, Martin Farmer, lots of experience, of course. Craig Bell's been racing in V for a while, though, too. Had a win at Donington Park, but Martin Farmer's had several wins over the course of his long Formula V career.
The cars look such different sizes, don't they? Sort of a higher bodywork on the AHS, and a breakage there, I think, by
Matt Harbert. Yeah, so a few drivers hitting strife in the 2 laps that we've had since the safety car went in. Martin Farmer, touch wood, not among them though. He's got Craig Bell right behind him, and Craig Bell will no doubt try and get alongside on the run up to the line. He looks to the left, he now looks to the right. They come up to the line, but Martin Farmer's done it by pretty much exactly a car length. He takes his win on his comeback to the Martins Group Formula V Championship. Martins Group and Martins win as well. Farmer takes it from Craig Bell in second, Elliot Mason third, Matthew Hyde fourth, Francis Twyman fifth, Vaughan Jones up to sixth, then Ben Cressy, Phil Waterhouse, Andrew Hyden, and I think Matt Harbert did make it across the line in 10th place.
I think it's safe to say that the Farmer's in his den.
Absolutely, yeah. Good comeback drive, or drive on his comeback, I should say, for Martin Farmer. Actually led from start to finish. Let's take a look at the results of that race then, that went for 14 laps. And number 44 it was, Martin Farmer, that took the victory from number 99, Craig Bell, in second place. Then number 18, Elliot Mason, was third. 51, Matthew Hyde, fourth. 88, Francis Twyman, was in fifth place. Then Vaughan Jones, number 3, in sixth. Number 11, Ben Cressy, took seventh, ahead of 66, Philip Waterhouse. 26, Andrew Hyden, and 33, Matt Harbert. With Thor Tuller 11th, Matt Topham 12th, Emil Kostadinov 13th, and Sam Engineer 14th. A bit further back, if we can see those, yeah, James Huckle. Tim Probert, I think, did get going again to finish 16th, Martin Snary, and those were the only drivers that completed the full race distance, with Archie Mason, John Cressy a lap down. So the drivers heading into Parc Fermé at the end of that Formula V race. Looks like Matt Harbert stopped shortly after passing the checkered flag there. You can see him at the bottom of Paddock Hill Bend awaiting recovery. We'll head down to the pit lane now, and Josh Barrett will have a word with our top 3.
So we're down here after the Martins Group V Championship race. The rest of the field just making their way down the pit lane, but it was Martin Farmer who took the victory by that very small margin at the checkered flag. We'll just let Martin take his helmet off, and then we'll grab a word with him, and with second place Craig Bell and Elliot Mason in third as well. And winners garland and winners cap for Martin Farmer as well, courtesy of James Winstanley. Well done, Martin. That was a nice way to come back to racing, wasn't it?
Yeah, it couldn't be better. I mean, yeah, the weekend's been difficult. We had a gearbox go yesterday. The clutch plate broke in qualifying, so didn't get a full session then. But it held together. Safety car threw a spanner in the works, but yeah, not very nice feeling.
But yeah, the restart was very different to the rest of the race, because Craig gave a couple of challenges on the last lap there.
Yeah, I didn't really know what to expect after the safety car, to be honest. I'll be honest, I was kind of hoping it would end on the safety car, because I knew it would be close afterwards. Luckily, it's an easier track to defend on by sitting on the inside, so yeah, it was close, but I'll take it.
And some different people to race against who you've perhaps been used to in the past.
Yeah, we were going to do Donington and then didn't, and I looked at although I don't know the names in the championship anymore, I looked at compared the winners' times to previous years, so it's obvious the names have just changed, but the pace is still there. So.
And tell us when the last time you raced was?
I think it was Alton Park 2020, and then that was a couple of years since the one before, so it's good to be back.
Well done, and great place to finish as well. So race winner Martin Farmer, second place for Craig Bell. Craig, for you the safety car restart went really well, because I think you were fourth and almost at the win at the end.
Yeah, my tyres went off, so I was struggling a lot, went wide a few times. They let it cool all down a bit, and I got to cool down myself. Then yeah, that was brilliant. I know he got the win in the end. I just couldn't drag him down straight. He had a lot of power, so power by braking him was too risky. So take the points. So good result. A
different field to the championship this year, but it's really close. So well done. I think we've got our next race is not quite ready, so we got one more time, put one more interview. So Elliot was in third place. Elliot, third place there for you, and again, nice battles up front.
Yes, yeah, it was good close racing. I squeezed Chris a bit too much at one point. I'd lost him in my mirrors, but no, it was a good race, and yeah, really enjoyed it. Shame Tim had his little spin towards the end, because it was a good battle between us. Yeah, Matt just missed out as well, which was a shame, but it was right there until the safety car, so yeah, it was good fun.
Now, this time we are out of time because our next cars are heading onto the grid for the Everything Motorsport Classic Stock Cats Championship.